New tyres on the bike. How are they? Let's get into it.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. So yeah, on the maiden voyage on the heroic Harley with a new set of tyres, I've refitted Avon Cobra Chrome tyres here. Now I've just ran a set of Cobra Chromes and basically they last me about 10,000 miles. I do ride kind of conservatively. I'm never really heavy on the throttle or heavy on the braking, let's say, so maybe that's why they last a little bit longer. But I think you can eke them out to about 9,000–10,000 miles. I think anything more than that, I think you'll be very lucky. But as I say, they're a great tyre from my past experience in all weather conditions, and they grip really well. However, you do really notice, of course, an old tyre versus a new tyre. So my rear tyre basically went down to the minimum markings on the tyre. The front tyre I thought still had a lot of life left in it, and I was in two minds whether just to do both tyres or just do the rear tyre. But actually when I took it to the tyre fitter, he actually said, yeah, the front tyre, whilst it's got tread on it, it is kind of misshapen, it's worn out, kind of, you know, not on an even pattern as it were. So, you know, he said, yeah, you're making the right decision to change both tyres, and I was kind of happy with that anyway. But now that I've got the tyres on the bike, yeah, I mean, as I kind of anticipated as well, the handling is just so much better. It kind of rolls you into the bends so much sweeter, whereas on a worn tyre you're kind of stuck there and it doesn't really want to roll into it. I can't find a way of describing it, but you know, you kind of stuck on, you know, with the bike upright, and if you really want to lean it over, you have to really kind of force it over. Now, when I went to the tyre fitter, I basically said, look, you know, I tried to go to somewhere else to get these tyres, and they were going to go via you, and they said that they were in short supply and all this kind of stuff, and they couldn't get them. But you know, this guy had managed to get me a set of tyres, I think just luckily, the very next day. And it seems as if all tyres are in short supply right now, here in the UK I'm talking about, or maybe specific ones that you want, certainly on the Avon Cobra Chrome. But I think it's one of those things that if you think that you can't get the tyres, then just keep on trying on a daily basis or every couple of days with your tyre fitters, or your tyre suppliers I should say, and see if they've got them, because you never know, you know, they might just pop up. Now, of course, this tyre shortage might just be a temporary thing, but as I say, I mean, that's what I did. But I raised this point because I thought, right, okay, if I can't get the Cobra Chromes, and I'm going for my annual roadworthiness check, which the first one is due next month, I really need to get new tyres. You know, I can't delay it basically, and I can't wait 2 or 3 months for new tyres. So I thought, right, I've got to get new tyres. What other tyres would be available? Look, and I said to the tyre fitter, are there any other tyres that, you know, you would recommend? He said, well, most people in this area where I live tend to go for the Cobra Chromes. But he said, you know, there are loads of tyres, and it depends which tyre you want. And, you know, you can go expensive ones or, you know, relatively inexpensive. But a set of these tyres, Cobra Chromes, were £333 for the tyres and fitting on the wheels. Obviously, I had to fit the wheels back onto the bike. However, what I also had fitted were these right-angled tyre valves as well, just to make it inflating or checking the tyre pressures so much easier. Now, I did say on the rear tyre I wasn't sure if it was going to clear the caliper, so I had the tyre valves facing on the other side, away from the caliper. Of course, on the front tyre I've only got one disc, so it's easy, but even so it should clear the caliper. The only thing I would say is this, and I mentioned this in a short as well, if you've got these right angle valves and you put in tyre pressure monitoring sensors on top of them, they may not clear the caliper, depending which side the caliper is and which side you're facing it. So just be aware of that if you're going to put tyre pressure monitoring on your bike. I've taken mine off now, so it's not really a factor, but just for your info. Okay, these Cobra Chromes, really fantastic tyres, I think. As I say, this is a maiden voyage again, and just immediately I can notice a difference. But the tyre wear marks on these are really difficult to make out. But if you notice right here in the front tyre, there's this little lip right in the bottom there. That is it. So the tyre has to wear really down a lot. And also, if you're riding kind of upright a lot or doing a lot of motorway miles, you're going to wear the center of the tire a lot more before you even get anywhere near that. So just be aware of that. And that's kind of what happened with mine. I'm wearing the center of the tire a lot more, and I'm not getting anywhere near the wear marks as well, or getting very close to them. So that's why, you know, you could put a lot of miles on, but the center of your tire, which is a harder compound of course, might wear out more than obviously your sides and anywhere near where your wear marks are. So, you know, just be aware of that. It is quite difficult on these Cobra Chromes to work out, you know, are you wearing the tires down a lot, or, you know, you're still within spec. Right, so overall then, these Cobra Chromes, I'd say, I mean, I am a big fan of them. You know, I'm not being paid by Avon at all, or any tyre fitter for this at all. I wish I was, but I'm not. But at the same time, I just wanted to let you know that I was also willing to go to another tyre as well. You know, I wasn't sort of steadfast on these, so right, it's got to be these and nothing else. If I got the option, you kind of go with what you like, don't you? You kind of go with what you already know. I already know these tyres, they've got a good reputation, and they've worked great for me riding all year round in all weather conditions. Been absolutely fantastic. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to go for them again. There might be a better tyre out there. There might be a harder wearing tyre that gives you a lot more mileage. All these things are true. There might be worse tyres as well, but as I say, for me, I just went with what I already knew, and they're just a great tyre. They're just a great tyre that allow you to have that little bit of extra, you know, twist on the throttle, and, you know, the tyre seems to grip that much better. Again, I don't have any data to support that. It's just a feeling. And, you know, other people I've spoken to, yeah, they say, you know, you can get on the throttle a little bit more and the tyres tend to grip a lot better. And I certainly feel that when I'm going in the bends as well. I just feel confident with the tyres. They seem to grip a lot better. They seem to be, you know, they almost remind me of a sports bike tyre. I know lots of people are going to laugh at that, but, you know, in that they're really grippy, and that's what I like, basically. I want a grippy tyre, of course I do. But anyway, the Cobra Chrome tyres, great on this bike, great for the Harleys, I think. But, you know, all the tyre prices are going up. 330 odd pounds, where it would have been 322 pounds for tyres fitted, and it was like 10 or 11 pounds for the right angle valves. But I would say definitely go for these, or try them out if you want, if you can get hold of them as well. But, you know, all I would say, actually, just go with tyres that you're comfortable with and that you really like. That's probably the best thing to say. And I've got to say, I didn't particularly hate the Harley Scorcher tyres either. I thought they were all right, but I just think these are a level above. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But the Avon Cobra Chrome tyres on my Harley Davidson Softail Sport Glide 2019, the heroic Harley. I think I need to go and put some miles on these bad boys. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. Ta-da!